Hey everyone, this is Keith from Force 5. I'm here in Google Analytics 4, and today we brought on Jim to kind of talk through why we need to be doing this, make the switch.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see why we need to make the switch to Google Analytics 4.
Well, the main reason, Jim, is because next July, your current version of Analytics is going to stop collecting data.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's going to stop collecting?
Now, don't panic. We can solve this problem. So to prepare your business for that shift, we're going to get you started on Google Analytics 4 today. Almost a year in advance. When that happens, you're going to have historical data for this entire year since we did this today.
Oh, okay. And
Google Analytics 4 it's a step forward in what we can track and what we can tell you about the people visiting your website.
But what I want to know is how can I utilize this software and why it's beneficial for my business.
Right. So just like what you've got today, you can obviously track your overall traffic over time. It breaks it down into categories that are familiar, like things that come from social, things that come from a search engine, things that are referred from other websites.
Okay. And where can we go to break out this data further?
So if you want to break this down further, you can just click one of these links here. So now we can see all of our traffic and sort of the comparison by day for each of the sources.
So what about, is this data all encompassing in terms of including my employees or?
So at the moment it is. And that's part of the reason why to get this set up, you want to partner with somebody like Force 5 and to get us to configure this so that you can filter that traffic out.
Okay.
So in this particular case, we do have a filter that we can apply. What I'm going to do is I'm going to exclude. I'm going to select this here and then internal traffic. So all I do is apply that, and my orange is now all the traffic that is not my employees. Okay. So that's part of the reason why we like to run through your setup with you when we get you all set up with GA4 and make sure that all of those factors are considered. So this is the exploration section of Google Analytics 4. It's focused on events. That's sort of the difference. So you can do things like see when somebody's scrolling, or you can see when somebody's now they were scrolling and then they went to a page. Then they're scrolling some more.
Now that looks a lot simpler.
Oh yeah.
So this is very helpful in creating maybe a new website.
If we go under conversion paths, this is a very cool feature to where you can see your conversions and what those people did before they converted, how you got them. So in this case, it's showing us up your number one converting source right now is people who have searched for you and visited the site twice. But remember, we had 3 conversion events.
Right.
So say you only really care about people who have submitted the form.
Right.
We can apply that right there. And now we just have data regarding that.
How would you go about figuring out what conversions are necessary on my website, and how do you configure that?
So that is over in the configuration section of our Google Analytics 4. So we can create our own custom events. In this case, this particular website has 2 different events. One is click to call, one is form submit. They're each very specific types of events, and we've filtered it down to where it's only going to fire when that occurs. And those are marked as conversions. So a click wouldn't be a conversion, but a click to call would be.
Right. That makes sense.
So that's how you do that. And as we work through your goals, where you want your users to end up, we can configure that and put in the logic that's going to make sure that those conversions are counted for you. So that's part of our side, is figuring out behind the scenes, how do we suss out that this thing has happened that you want to see.
So then what is it you need from me in order to get started on this project?
So all we need to do to get started is make sure that we have access to your existing analytics account. From there, we'll evaluate what you're currently tracking, what your current KPIs are, and your current conversions. And then we'll try to match it as much as we can or fill in the gaps that we see. We can get this set up for you without really any particular effort on your part, other than confirming hey, this is something that's important to me to try.
Well, I appreciate your time today, Keith, and walking me through this new GA4 program. I definitely will consider using Force 5 to help me track what is relevant for my business in order for us to be successful.
Awesome. Thank you, Jim. Happy to work with you and make it an easy process as we can.